Hello again. Welcome to Sling Paint Gaming, hosted by Recon Specialist TV. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Padre.
And we're going to be talking about Y wings. Y wings. Y wings. Why?
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 Why? Why?
We have like six Y
Why?
wings. How many are there
How,
actually
how
in?
many more cards are they going to have? Is this going to be that pack that has 24 pilots?
So I'm very shocked on how many they are recently, putting in these packs, because just the ones that they dropped this previous 2 weeks are 5 pilots. We already know of, let's see, another 2, 3, I think there's like 7 pilots or 8 pilots of just Y-Wings in this pack. Don't care, super excited. Let's get into Chorus Caplum.
Who happens to be a horrible pilot?
What are you talking about? He's the gentleman flyer. The
He's got
gentleman.
one initiative. He's like, I think I'll go into the Y-Wing after tea time.
But you are going to, you know what? As soon as you read his ability, you're going to understand why he's Initiative 1, because it would be very, ridiculous if he was any higher.
Okay.
So you tell me why he's Initiative 1 after you read that thing.
Before you engage, you may choose one ship in your firing arc at range 0 to 1. If you do, transfer 1 green token from that ship to yourself.
Right?
Very scummy. Very scummy.
Okay.
He's a taker. He's not a giver.
Fine print time. Let's just go over what this guy can do. It does happen during his engagement phase, which he's I1, so he's going to shoot almost last. You can fix that. We'll go over that in a minute. It is choose one ship. That could be anybody. Doesn't have to be friendly, doesn't have to be enemy, but it has to be one of them. And it's in any firing arc. So if you happen to have guns to the right of you, your arc to the front, you have now 180 degrees of anyone 0 to 1 range. And It's a green token. It's not focus. It's not evade. It's not reinforce. It's a green token.
Yes, any green token.
Any of them. That is a killer ability. I mean, we can easily talk about how you can just immediately make this thing work in your favor, because there's a card out there that you can take that makes any ship the same initiative as you, which is the swarm tactics. So if you have a higher initiative out there and you want it to be this, same initiative for this ship, easily you can make this.
Yeah, you do your swap, and then you take the token, and then you ruin their day because now they don't have a token. And yes, now we do see why he's an Initiative 1, because and I hope he's a cheap one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this we already have a scum type version like this to where he can do it from range 0 to 2. Is that Paylob, I believe? Off the top of my skull there. I believe that's Paylob.
Yeah.
And he's in the Hawk. This is a Y-Wing with the Resistance. Yeah,
Right.
Paylob, at the start of the engagement phase, you may choose one on any ship and transfer a focus or an evade token. So you can even feel like it taking a reinforced token, if you would like.
Yeah.
Calculate token.
Sure.
That's such a good ability.
Yeah. And I can just see him though as the gentleman flyer pulling up to another like Y-wing or an X-wing or something, just turning his head. He's, excuse me, do you have any Grey Poupon? Because he's just going to be that cool,
Damn
That's
it.
got to be our next. That's got to be. We have to do that as an alt art card.
Writing that
We
down.
claim it.
That's another alt
claim
art card. You know what?
Claim it.
I'll
It's
take
ours.
this one. This will be my alt art card. I'll have a monocle, and I'll
Yes,
put on my
please.
suit. I'll sit in a nice car, and I'll be the gentleman's flyer.
There you go.
Perfect. Love it.
That'll make me happy.
All right.
All right. Let's get to the next guy because I have a hard time pronouncing this name.
He's very tenacious. He's a survivor.
Is he a tenacious survivor, perchance?
Yes. Now I got that song. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna. Anyways, after you fully execute a maneuver, if you moved through a friendly ship, you may perform an evade action, Initiative 2. So he already exists in a T-70, and he's at a different initiative as well. He's at Initiative 4 in the T-70.
well, this is a new ship for him. He's not sure how it works yet. He got demoted down, so it's like going from the 747 to a puddle jumper.
Yeah, well,
Okay, so there's a little bit of a learning curve there.
oh,
I'm going to
actually,
give him that on there.
let me look in this Okay, it's not in this, or maybe it is. Those ones back there. But I mean, I'm gonna say it now. Hashtag the Dorito tie ship, the Tri Fighter, or the Triangle Fighter, confirmed, because this is not the only time that TIE fighter is in these back photos. So I guarantee you that ship's going to be coming out for the First Order.
Do you think?
Dorito flyer confirmed, and first paint job. If Paint Wars is still a thing over at Gold Squadron, I want someone to paint the wings like Dorito, please.
Oh God, I'll do it for you. Don't worry.
Done. Sold.
Okay.
So I think this is good because he's a lower initiative ship. He's going to
Right.
be moving first, so if you're in that nice little pack squad, he can hop over somebody and get that nice free evade action. It's not red,
Right.
so it might be a little bit more of a choice to take instead of having him at an I-4, which I've tried that. It really does not work. It wasn't good.
Just not good.
Well, I used to fly them in formation, or to you're then struggling to get that ability to trigger, and then you're like, okay, I just flew like 4 straight over
Right.
something. I'm now stressed just so I could get over that guy, and then I can't even take the evade anyways. Like, it doesn't really work. Maybe a lower initiative it could.
Yeah.
So
And I like the fact that you don't have an evade action on a Y-wing, but at least this guy does.
well, not unless you're Nora Wexley, but that'd be ridiculous.
A little bit.
All
Little
right.
bit.
So Zoe Bliss.
Okay.
You
Let me
tell
see
me.
what Zori Bliss. God, that sounds like a porn star. After a ship at range 1 performs an action during its perform action step, if that action is on your action bar, you may spend 1 charge to perform that action, treating it as red.
These things are going to be absolutely like action hogs. I don't know what their ceiling
It's a
is.
Y-wing. It was never designed this way.
Exactly.
It's a freaking tank, for God's sakes, that delivers bombs. This was not a fighter. This is a bomber. Y-wing bomber.
Yeah, that's why they're letting it
God's
take all the actions at once. Go ahead, take a focus, target lock, and evade. What are you going to do with it?
I mean, it's a slow-moving bomber.
I
Okay,
mean,
sorry, rant's over. I'm sorry, Patrick.
No, that's perfect. That's a good rant. But this is the one thing I agree with, like Chris Allen with. Just because it can do all the things doesn't mean that it's good or it has good action economy.
Right.
Because if, let's say, like this thing, let's say you can take all 5 actions every turn, and it's like, yeah, but it's a Y-wing. It can't take torpedoes unless you take this, or you can take a turret, but you only have 2 turret options. So
And you can't drop a bomb unless you have this.
Exactly. So it's one of those things where, yeah, it can do all these things, but is it going to be worth it? The only way we're going to find out is points, which are going to be released next week, and
Yes.
a lot of play testing, because I'm not going to say, well, they wouldn't release it if they, but
Yeah, right.
that doesn't always stay true. But I mean, consistently seeing all these ships come out that have this much action options, especially when you have intuitive interface built into the damn thing.
Yeah, it's getting a little crazy here, folks.
It makes me weary. So, I mean, this thing can be cheeky. You can have it to where, and I know I keep going back to reinforce, but honestly, reinforce with the resistance, I think it would be great if a lot of ships could utilize it. So if all of a sudden you added the reinforce to this thing's action bar, I think that adds it as a white. But so you could then, if you know you're in a sticky situation, and you know Kylo Ren or a Jedi comes right up behind you, and they perform an action, you then can perform an action.
My personal belief: reinforce should not be allowed on anything smaller than a large base ship.
Yeah, actually, that is a good point. Which let me make
I'm
sure that
sorry.
that's I'm pretty sure you can take this on a small base ship. No, not static. Angle deflectors, yeah. Which 1 point on a blue rookie. I wonder what is it on an I-5 then? Let me look at like Elo. What would it be on that one? Angle deflectors, 1 point.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that would be a very good thing to put on the ship if you're not going with the loadout or wartime loadout. So I mean, but yeah, this thing is going to be good because even if you have an action on your bar that's red, you can still perform it. It'd be red anyways. So this is a really good pilot, a really good ability, and this is a good I-5 ability because it can arc dodge. This is what upsets me.
We have the barrel roll in a Y-wing
and a boost. So Volt Scaris, he was the gain 1 strain to recover a charge. Before you engage, you may spend a charge to perform an action. This gentleman, it has to be range 1. Can't be range 0. Can't be range 2.
Right.
Range 1. But if all of a sudden your Jedi comes in at this thing and it's like, what do I do? If I perform a focus, this thing's going to barrel roll out of my arc immediately. If I perform a barrel roll to get it in arc, it's going to boost out of the way. So it's going to be a very slippery Y-wing, and I like it.
Yeah. Which leads us up to our next contestant, Patrick.
Wilsa.
Teshlo.
What? Oh, Teshlo. Wait. Yeah, Teshlo. What is that? I don't even know how to say that. What is his name here?
Oh my God. Vetted.
Is that vetted?
I think it is. I think it's vetted sorority privateer. She.
Well, a veiled. VEILED. That's
Veiled
why I couldn't
sorority
see it.
Private. Okay.
I was
veiled. Okay, so veiled sorority privateer. She, because it's a sorority,
it
not
is
a fraternity.
Kappa
Delta.
I was going to say your Greek is spot on, sir. Her ability at I-4. After you perform an attack, if the defender was dealt a face-up damage card, the defender gains 1 strain token unless it chooses one non-reoccurring charge from one of its equipped upgrades and loses that charge. Okay, why is that one sentence? I don't know, but we already know that
because they don't know how to use a comma.
True. Well, no, there's a comma in there. There's one. I see it. It's there.
After attack.
Oh, no, there's 2. Okay, 2 commas. We're getting there. You go.
Card. Okay, so we're getting up into English. Good.
Yeah. They let me take a breath. We're out of that. Anyways.
It's a paragraph with 1 period.
I mean, with proton torpedoes and also your wartime loadout, and the fact that you can't block crits with the wartime loadout, if I'm not mistaken. So you can be pushing crits through as long as there's no shields. It deals the face-up damage card, and they can gain. Or then it also gives them a strain token on top of that, unless they spend a charge from a reoccurring card. Non-reoccurring. Oh
yeah,
man.
So either you're going to take the strain, or you're going to get rid of that 1 charge off of that card that you can't get back.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's kind of just like, here, let me slap you a little bit harder. Is basically,
I was asking online, like, what would you ever spend a charge on a non-reoccurring card? Like, if it's a mine, hells no, I'm keeping that charge. I want the charge on my mine. If it's stealth device, well,
you're keeping it.
Now I lose my stealth device and I get a strain, so that's -2 to my agility. Like, I don't know.
No, you're either going to get the strain or you're going to lose the thing. It's your choice of what you want to do.
And I know people, you don't have to type below. I know stealth device is a bad example because you're going to lose it anyways by taking a face-up damage card. But you get my point. What would you ever tell me below? What would you take
you're
with
going to
you?
take the strain. You're going to take the strain because you're not going to want to get rid of your arms.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's a no-brainer, but we're giving you the option. So, I see where they're going with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has to be an upgrade. So don't think, Volt scarce, you can lose that charge. It doesn't work that way. It's not an upgrade.
Yeah.
It's an ability.
Yeah. So I'm not overly worried.
I mean, it's a nice ability. It works with the wartime loadout. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't like depending on crits, and then I don't like having my opponent having an ultimatum to my ability, because then all of a sudden I'm expecting that ship to get a strain. It's like, well, I don't have a target lock. I don't need my torpedo anymore. I'm just going to flip it face down anyways. And you're like, oh, well, that stinks. I mean, cool, no more proton, but that situation's not really going to come up anyways, but I don't know.
Okay, I got to tell you, the next card coming up I absolutely love.
What, the Aftab Akbar?
Yeah.
All right, you go ahead.
His call sign, Junior.
I wonder who he's related to.
It's a trap! Okay, so 2 initiative, not the very bottom. He's better than the gentleman pilot. After you execute a red basic maneuver or perform a red action, if you have exactly 1 stress token, you may gain 1 stress token to remove that stress token. So wait, you want me to get a strain token so that I only have 1 roll of a die?
No, 0.
Let me think about this. No. What the hell?
Absolutely, I'm taking a strain so that I can get rid of a stress token.
Really?
Oh, are you ready for the shenanigans with this thing? Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. So you have, of course, the generic ability right there, the intuitive interface, which is going to give you a calculate anytime that you do a normal action. You do have 3 native actions on your bar that are, in fact, red. So this thing is going to be very cheeky. And let me just pull up what this thing is going to be able to do with certain upgrades. Oh, there it is. Pattern Analyzer. So we all know, is it LOSD? No, it's the other one. Neon Numb. Neon Numb is after you gain a stress token. If there's an enemy ship in your arc at range 0 to 1, you remove that stress token. So that lets him take 2 actions every turn when he does a red maneuver. So this is on top of that, as long as it's a basic maneuver, you can't do your 4K and use his ability. However, you can still Pattern Analyzer before you do a 4K. And because you're doing that, you can then do the calculate and then do your 4K. If you do the the standard 4 straight or 3 right turn, you can use the Pattern Analyzer to do a boost. If you've got engine upgrade, you can make that a white boost into your white calculate and then do your hard turn. And then you can also remove the stress off of either of those actions anyway, so you don't need engine upgrade. So you can use Pattern Analyzer to boost, make it red, take a strain, execute your red maneuver, take a strain instead of a stress, so you have 2 strain, and then you can still perform your normal actions after doing that maneuver anyways. So you basically get 3 actions a turn with this one guy.
Too much work.
I hope let me know if I said that wrong, but order of operations.
Too much work. Too much work, and I have to remember too much stuff.
This thing can do a lot, and it can be very cheeky. It can go left, it can go right, it can go straight, and it can still K-turn, and it still has full use.
And I'm sure in the hands of a fully qualified pilot, whom is not me, it's going to be a great card.
Again, we're going to wait for costs because this thing could be expensive. And we're also going to wait for points down the road because, God forbid Pattern Analyzer becomes less expensive, then this guy's going to be even better. You don't even have to take Pattern Analyzer. You could just take him as is, and he's still a very good pilot because when it comes to low initiative ships, I mean, rotating an arc takes an
Right.
action. Being able to then take your calculate is very good for this ship because you can rotate, take a calculate. But if all of a sudden you could do a 3 hard turn, before you do that, you do the pattern analyzer, you take a focus, you then execute your maneuver, take a strain,
Right.
you took the calculate from the focus, and then you can take a target lock as well, or get him into a better position, like so. It's going to be, you're going to have to guess where this guy's going, because he can,
Right.
they can go
He's
either
he's
way.
he's going to be slinky. There's no
Exactly.
doubt about it. He's going to be very slinky. And like I said, if that is how you work with your piloting abilities, if that's the way you fly, God love you, go for it, dude. I hope you just nail your opponent and have a great time. I,
Yeah.
on the other hand, yeah, that hurts my brain.
Well, you can even be crazier with it, because if you say that you're going to do, I forgot what it was, but basically you can do it to where you're taking an action maybe before you've moved, and then you execute a blue maneuver. Or you just take the R4 astromech, so that when you do in fact do all these shenanigans, you have a very good dial to get you rid of that strain, or just take the stress. You can still have that option. You don't have to take the strain.
Let's have this. I'll do a blue maneuver. It's okay.
Yes, I mean, so there is a lot of, awesome to this that I've seen, and he's
Yeah.
the resistance are those pilots that just have amazing self abilities. They're not really working together as a team, but because of all their abilities, they work together. So I like it.
And if we do look at the artwork, some more Dorito fighters.
You see them. You saw them too. They're coming.
Yes, I did.
They're coming.
Yes, they
Wave
are.
10.
Of course,
Let's
they're
have them.
coming.
Oh,
Of course, they're coming.
all right. Ooh, hold on.
But
I didn't build that up enough.
now,
I didn't build it up enough.
no. There's a card coming up that Patrick has been so excited. He has been beside himself. He has talked about this character. This character is unrepresented in the world of Star Wars. He needs more everything, because he is so non-famous. But now, emblazoned on a card of his own, none other than
Babu Freak. Or it's Babu Frik. I like Babu Freak.
Babu Frik.
Okay. Can we all just say what's happened? He was overshadowed by Baby Yoda. This guy came out, yeah. Everyone loved him, and all of a sudden, where's Baby? I've got him right here. You know what? Maybe I'll interview him right now.
Babu is so cool.
Here he is.
Okay.
Baby Yoda. Well, what do you have to say about, Babu Freak? Did you? Is he going to turn on for me? There you go. All right, wise words. Now he's not going to stop talking. But Babu Frik. Let's. I'm going to go through it quick. Resistance and Scum. He's not a crew.
No,
he's not a crew. He's an illicit slot.
He's an illicit.
Oh man!
But you gotta love.
And I'm gonna let Baby Yoda. Please let me talk. Go ahead. You read this card.
Okay, I gotta take a deep breath because there's a lot to read. Before you would gain a non-lock red or orange token, you may spend 1 charge to place it on this card instead. During the systems phase, if there are 1 or more of tokens on this card, you must spend 1 charge. If you cannot, remove these tokens and gain matching tokens.
Yeah. What? No. I mean, again, for you, this is crazy, but I mean, this.
My ears are bleeding.
Holy jeez, this card. This is a get out of jail free card, is what this is. And I'm not doing an alt art for that. I love the guy. I'm not doing the Monopoly guy.
He is the coolest looking little potato head guy there is. I mean, do you remember back in the day when you could take the apples and you could carve a little face and then you dehydrated them and you made shrunken heads out of them?
Yep.
Babu Frik.
Yeah, Babu Freak.
He is a shrunken head dude.
You have the the YT 1300s that can take him. You have, I believe, these Y-Wings are hopefully going to be able to take him. At least some of the pilots, I believe, got the Fireball. And, this.
Yeah. But I think the most important part is not with who he can go with. I think you need to explain this card.
Oh, absolutely. So let's say you did a K turn with, let's say, Ray, because she's my favorite, talk about resistance pilot.
Okay.
And you do the shenanigans to where she gets like either stressed or double stressed, but because you have your title, you can do all the, you can still perform a sloop or whatever it is that you've done that turn. This guy will let you take that stress and put it on on this card and spend a token or spend a charge to do it. This is great because a lot of times when Ray does those, she has the force. She'll get her target lock from what is it, Paige Tycho, or the other one that lets you spend a die for a lock with Finn's ability. With this, you'd still get your actions for that turn. And then most of the time, you execute a blue maneuver and clear all the stress next turn anyways. So on those crucial turns to where you know that you're going to be either stressed or receive an orange token, because, and forgive me, let's say you get ionized because you have disabled power regulator. And everyone's like, oh, he's going to be ionized that turn. We've got him. We know exactly where he's going to be. And then it's like, okay, I'm going to receive that. Nope. Move it to this card for that turn. I'm going to hold out for one more. I'm not going to be ionized this turn. And it's like, oh, well, that's different. Yeah. And then you just keep that going. It's basically delaying the effects of these cards. And the resistance has the ability to clear most of these with all of their shenanigans.
So you put them on this card.
Yeah.
And then you spend a charge. If you don't have the charge, then the cards go. These tokens go back on you.
Yeah, and every turn.
But if you spend the charge, they disappear.
So it's 3 charges. So if you take 1 stress, you're spending a charge. That means you have 2 left. So then it's the end phase. It says, is there any tokens on this card? Yes, spend a charge. So now you have 1 charge left. So you basically either can hang on to the stress for 1 more turn, or if something else gets assigned to you, you can then put that on the card, but then it gets back to you on the end phase. So it's basically, it's 1 to 2 turns, or God forbid, let's say you received Panic Pilot. You can't, because it says before you would gain, we all know that you gain 1 token at a time. Panic Pilot sucks because it's 2 stress tokens at once. I can put 1 stress token on the card, 1 on my ship. I know I'm doing a blue maneuver next turn, and the turn after that. Doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Okay.
This is an ultimate nullifier. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And not the fact that, he's cool.
He's cool. That's right.
Okay, like I say, he's a instead of a shrunken head, he's just like a dehydrated shrunken baby. He's a dehydrated shrunken adult baby. Okay. He's cool as stuff. He's got a little Fu Manchu going on.
Yeah.
One of the coolest characters in Star Wars ever.
Absolutely. And then of course Scum. I don't have to talk about Scum. They have enough nonsense as it is.
Yeah.
When it comes to scummy things. Jeez. You have literally, you've got Boba Fett, you've got the Y-Wings that can take Illicit, you've got the IG-88s. Those would be incredible if you could all of a sudden do a K turn, or even the one that can do the
3
right hard.
That's just bad.
This would be great for IG-88s because, again, he is a crew, but he's an Illicit slot because he's so dang small. So it'd be...
he fits into small spaces.
Yeah. So I can keep going on.
He's a cool card. He's a cool card, and now that I got a better idea how to use it, because it was just a little too confusing for me.
Absolutely.
And the artwork is fantastic.
Jeez.
But if you're going to start putting all of this text onto these small little spaces. Turn the card 90 degrees so we can get bigger text so I can read it a little bit easier. Because you went to larger cards and kept the text the same size.
Yeah, I know,
And I
right?
don't understand why you did this.
I know.
Because, I need the Reader's Digest in large print editions for this stuff.
Oh,
Me and Tippett, we're not getting any younger, and it's
Yeah.
hard to read this stuff. Okay.
AMG, if you want to make more money, just print large cards. That's it.
And
just go back to the.
so I can read them, because otherwise I'm pulling up my magnifying glass while I'm playing. I'm like, hold on a second, I got to read the text. Wait, okay, yeah.
Oh.
And you can ask Ryan Staniszewski how many times I've actually done that while playing him.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to say it now. Hashtag Forlom returns, because this guy exists. Because I believe Forlom can take an illicit. So imagine zero stopping with Forlom. You fully executed a red maneuver. You then put that stress on this card. You get 2 calculate tokens. And then you can take a target lock or, God forbid, barrel roll. So... Again, this card is going to be so ridiculous because it can just stall. And
I can't wait to see this thing in action and see how people are doing this.
And guess what? I guarantee you this guy's going to have an illicit slot, and it's going to be reckless, and it's going to be just as cheeky because we all know he does. Mando does cheeky stuff anyways, so him teamed up with this lovable guy, it's going to be crazy.
Babu Frik.
Babu Frik. All right, we've gone for 30 minutes, so we're going to call it there. It's 20 minutes longer than we should have.
As usual.
Thank you guys so much. We just did a video on some AMG news about the Razor Crest and also announcements that are coming up and price increases. Sorry, guys. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, share, keep the channel going. And also, I just went over all the spiel. But you know what? We'll do it again. I can do it. We're going to do it.
Yeah. Here we go. On 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, if you want to visit our Etsy store, go to recontokens.com and take care of all of your token needs there. If you don't like what you see, you can make a custom token, send it to us, and we'll do it free of charge. You can hit us up on Patreon over at Recon Specialist TV. It's where we give all sorts of gifts, prizes, and goodies to all of our Patreons every quarter. And we are slowly building and loving every minute of it. Teesprings, you can go get a T-shirt with Recon Specialist TV and also on mugs, all that good stuff. At the Teespring, you can click the link below here. You can email us at reconspecialisttv@gmail.com. You can visit our Discord channel where we talk constantly. You can go to our Facebook pages, which we have 2 of them, RexSpec X-Wing Miniatures and Sling Pain Gaming. You can go to Sling Pain Gaming. They're still there. But you can also go to Recon Specialist TV. Got an Instagram, which is Recon Specialist TV. You can watch us live over on Twitch. And a partridge in a pear tree. Anything else, Robert?
And he does that without Red Bull. It's the most important part for you guys to realize. You know what, Patrick? The only thing I got is I'm loving the artwork. I'm glad that we're getting things in the pipeline. AMG, keep up the good work. I don't mind the drips and drabs. It just makes our jobs a little bit more difficult. Other than that, I got nothing, Patrick. I got absolutely nothing for this Labor Day. Hey, if you're watching on Labor Day, guys, enjoy your day off.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to bed. And have a good weekend, everybody.
There you go.
Later.